everybody, Ick this year again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And yeah, I got a new hat. Deal with it. Today's movie is coming from a friend of mine named Valerie. She works at the Open Door Ministry thrift shop. I've mentioned this place before. I've also mentioned her. She's kind of my in at the thrift shop. Anytime the store gets anything new cinema related in, whether it's DVDs, VHS, or like a few months ago CDs, I'm the first person she contacts. It's really good to get in with your thrift shops and make friends with people at your thrift shops. So this week she was at a thrift store. I'm not even sure where it is. It's a thrift store I've never been to. Apparently it's really good. I'm going to have to head out there sometime this summer. So she was out there, came across a bag of VHS tapes for 50 cents, and just because she's a nice lady, she decided to pick them up for me, free of charge. She didn't charge me the 50 cents or anything like that. She just got them for me for a gift. There was a lot of mixed stuff. Some of the titles I either already had or just weren't interested in, but there were 3 pretty good titles in the bag that I definitely wanted to keep. Let's take a look at what I got. The first title I got was Starstruck, which is actually a movie I wanted to see for a little while now. I've heard of it, I've heard good things, it seems to be a good 80s movie, so definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Very happy to have this. The next title I got was Extreme Dinosaurs, Ick-Thysaurus Vacation. This is a TV series that I pretty much completely forgot about altogether. I remember very little about this TV series. I remember seeing maybe an episode here or there. I know it only lasted 1 season, so really I don't remember much about this, but I am a huge fan of animation, and I also really like stuff, like Street Sharks, Ninja Turtles, those sorts of mutant, whatever, sort of cartoons. I'm really into those, so I'm definitely looking forward to watching this, because I think this is pretty much just going to be a Ninja Turtles ripoff, which is fine by me. And from what I read on Wikipedia, apparently Mattel made a line of toys and then brought this TV series out to kind of promote those toys. And again, didn't do very well. I don't think the toy sales are very hot. The TV series only lasted a season, like I said. So I'm really excited to actually get this. I was very excited when I saw this in a pile, because like I said, I really forgot this even existed, and I definitely want to check it out again, since I haven't seen any of this in years. So very happy to get this. Looking forward to checking this one out. And then I say the best for last. This was definitely the title I was most excited to get, and that was Spirited Away. I've just recently started getting into anime over the past few years, so I've just recently started to pick up all the Studio Ghibli titles. I don't have them all yet, still trying to get them. I've heard great things about this title. I've heard great things about all the Studio Ghibli titles, but especially this one. Apparently Spirited Away is just amazing. I really would like to get it on DVD or Blu-ray eventually, but for now, having it on VHS is definitely cool, since I never see the DVDs or Blu-rays of any Studio Ghibli title for cheap ever. So I was very happy to see this in the pile, very excited. Pretty much, it's one of those things where you're looking through all the titles and you're like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh my god, you kind of freak out. I definitely did that. I was very excited to come across this. Really looking forward to checking this one out. So that's it for what I got today. So now it's what I watched. And today I checked out EDtv. This is a movie that I avoided for many, many years, because it just didn't look like a movie that I was going to have any interest in whatsoever. But then I found out it was directed by Ron Howard, and I am a huge Ron Howard fan. Pretty much any movie I've ever seen that Ron Howard's directed, I've immediately loved and thought was brilliant. So when I found out he directed this, had to check it out, had to pick it up. And I gotta say, as far as the movie goes in itself, it was decent, it was okay, mediocre, but alright. For a Ron Howard movie, I just didn't like it as far as Ron Howard movie is concerned, because Ron Howard sort of has his style. You watch a Ron Howard movie and you go, yeah, that was a Ron Howard movie. It has his feel, it has his style. This movie really felt like it could have been directed by anybody. It was a romantic comedy that didn't have any sort of Ron Howard feel to it. It just felt like any director could have done this movie. So as far as a Ron Howard movie goes, not good, but as far as just a movie in itself goes, it's okay, and I would recommend it. It is, like I said, it is a romantic comedy, so if romantic comedies are your thing, it's worth checking out. It just basically, I believe it's from 1999, so it basically just sort of pokes fun at how all of TV was pretty much going to reality TV. It even makes fun of that a little bit. So it's just sort of poking fun at that, and kind of, in a whimsical sort of way, making fun of how everything's, now it's all reality and whatnot. So, for that, it was enjoyable. The story was enjoyable, but like I said, it wasn't necessarily anything spectacular. It was, for the most part, just mediocre, but it was a decent, okay romantic comedy, so if those are your things, it's definitely worth checking out. But like I said, if you're like me and you're a big Ron Howard fan, and maybe you've been avoiding this movie for years like I have, And then once you find out it's a Ron Howard movie, now you want to check it out, well, just to warn you, it just does not have that Ron Howard feel. It really feels like any random, generic romantic comedy. So, worth checking out? Sure. Worth checking out for a Ron Howard movie? Not so much. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Again, thank you so much, Valerie, for picking those movies up for me. There were another 5 titles, actually, that she got me as well, which was very cool. I either already have them or I just wasn't interested in them. But still, thank you so much. That was very cool of you just to think of me like that and pick up some movies. I really appreciate it. And also watching EDtv, like I said, it was an okay, decent romantic comedy. But as far as a Ron Howard movie goes, it just didn't feel like a Ron Howard movie. So for that, I didn't really care for it. But as far as the movie in itself goes, it was decent and I did like it. And if romantic comedies are your thing, yeah, it's worth checking out. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya. When I saw this, it was all the way on the bottom of the...